When we think about the future of gaming, it's not just PC, it's not just console, it's not just mobile. It's really all of the above.
Xbox is all about choice. We're investing in technology all throughout the game stack.
We put the fan at the center of every decision we make.
The games you want with the people you want on the devices that you want.
Xbox One X, Xbox Series S, they're both coming. But now it's time to talk about the number one thing, price. How much we're going to have to pay for these machines. This is probably the more interesting one because we've got two different specs here. But that's what we're going to talk about today in the pause menu. I'm Corey. This is Chris.
Hello.
We got two boxes coming from Microsoft. While the Series S has not been officially announced, it's the worst kept secret since the PSP Go. If you don't know what the PSP Go is, don't worry.
I prefer the Vita.
Well, I think we all did.
It was the superior.
The Go was a good idea, but
Go, man.
Not what this video is about. Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. So we got the high-powered, we got the Mustang GT, and then we got the V4 EcoBoost model. How much are these machines going to cost? You go first.
You know what? I'm going to throw it out there. I'm still sticking with this. I think, so the Series S is going to be $599.
I think you mean X.
X. I confused the two. They have too close of names.
Yeah, you're not
so,
wrong.
yes, the X is going to be the $599.
$599.
We're into that period where we're getting the power, we're getting the capabilities, we're getting 4K. There's no way it can be cheaper than $600. I feel like it can't be, at least as the flagship, main, strongest Xbox out there at the moment, So the other version, I would say maybe $100 cheaper when it comes down to it. That's the gap that I see here. But I feel like this is more of the set statement. I don't think you could sell your flagship at $499. I really don't.
Yeah, I think you're crazy. I don't think there's any way any of these machines are hitting that $600 mark. I fully understand where people are coming from, because the rumors of the rumors that to build the Series X is around $500. So yeah, and that doesn't include shipping, it doesn't include retail markup and stuff, and so I don't think Microsoft is going to put out a box for $600 because I think no matter what they want to do, they want to undercut Sony. So I'm going to go for $499.
But that's the thing, is that I feel like they can just because they have a cheaper version of it, But so they can push. If you want the superior gaming, you're going to have to pay for it, And that's going to represent that.
But at the same time, I'll double back. So I think they're going $499 for the Series X and $299 for the Series S.
So I can't imagine that. That's low. For a new console?
But we're at the point where the technology is new and fancy, but that's the Series X. That's the premium model. That's what you're going to pay more for.
Yeah.
The Series S is a budget device. It's not a bad device by any means, but we're at the point where the technology to push a high quality image at 1080p is not that hard anymore. We've moved past that in so many ways. So in a way, I think it's brilliant in a lot of ways. To be able to offer a budget device day one. And
trust me, I like your idea.
Yeah.
But to me, it just seems far-fetched. It's hard for me to believe that we're going to get something as powerful as what we have. And I get it. This is new technology. We've been working for a while. At the same price as what we got the Xbox One when it came out. And the big difference there, I don't feel like it can be the same.
But Xbox One was also had a Kinect in the box.
It's true.
So
it's very true.
And the PS4 was $400. So...
Because you did see that price, dip down.
Yeah, they eventually, they pulled that Kinect out of it eventually. I think it was like 3 or 4 months later, and it was $100.
Kinect.
So I got mine right there.
A couple of good games.
So it's, I see it from both sides, but at the same time, Microsoft has said it that Sony's not our main competition. You can do all the PR that you want, but they are your main competition. And if Sony comes out with a cheaper console, Xbox's brand recognition is not as strong as Sony's, and I don't think there's any way that the PS5 is going to be $600. So I don't think there's any way they can price it at anything higher than $499. And while I think that there's a chance that Sony might undercut them on the Series X, I don't think there's any chance that they're going to undercut them on the Series S. They don't have they're not. It's a different strategy entirely, and that's where Microsoft has that wiggle room is with the Series S. I think you're more likely willing to see that the Series S, like if Sony somehow comes out and says $399, then I think the Series S goes down to $249. Like, but I think Microsoft is positioning this to be whatever the Series X is, whether it's 500 or 600. The Series S is going to be either 300 or 350. Like they really want to be able to push this day one device of being cheaper. But
I admit, like, I don't know. Are we at that point where you think we can, change our prices depending on what the competitor's doing? You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure, yeah. I mean, you're not going to you're not going to see them, undercut them by like $100, unless the only reason that happened with the one in the PlayStation 4 was simply because Microsoft got cocky and they wanted to put a Kinect in the box. But if those would have come out both $399 day one, that would have changed day one forever. Like, just the landscape is different. The price is so important that those first 6 months are dictated by that price. The games are obviously more important, but to the mass market, that price is key, and that's why I can't see them saying $600 and then having the Series S at $300. Like, I don't know. To me, if the Series S is anything more than $300, I don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand what the point of it is.
Yeah.
And you said, $100 difference. I think that makes sense on paper, but then again, who's it for? Like, I think they're smarter than that, but at the same time, maybe they're not. Maybe they are going to go 600 and 400, and I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I'm still hooked on what it takes to make something like this, and I'm guaranteed they'll get their profit back, no problem. But like how big their profit margin will be from release to what they do,
right? And they're all of them are going to take a loss at first. That's what you do, but the goal is to get that loss down as soon as possible. So,
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Like, you did bring out a good point that actually maybe is making me consider it a little more. I said the whole idea of the Kinect,
right?
Because that is an expensive piece of hardware that they shipped with that too,
right.
And
I guess part of me is also the Series X it's cutting edge technology. It's basically one of the best things you can buy. But so was the One X. The One X when it came out was extremely powerful. It was not the best tech at the time, but it was the best tech that they could put in that box that would work with everything. And that was $500. So, and they admitted that they took a loss on the Series X or the One X fixture naming, the One X day one. So I think they're willing to take a loss. They're not going to lose $100 on the thing, but I think they are willing to take a $30 to $40 hit for that first 6 months. Mm-hmm. So, but maybe not. If they do come out 600,
it's got ray tracing. Ray tracing, bro.
So does my 2060, and that was only $300.
It's not a console; it's a computer. Okay,
you're not wrong, I guess. So, all right, final prediction: $499, $299,
$599, and $599 and $499.
All right. There you have it. Let us know what you think the Series X and the Series S are going to cost in the comments below. Check out our PlayStation 5 pricing video as well, and let us know what you think that's going to be. Hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us out, and we'll see you next time.